Tormo, and this is the Season 1 finale here at the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo here in Valencia Grand Prix. Episode number 22 of Season 1 finale. If you did miss the previous one, it was a remarkable, perfect race at the Portugal Grand Prix in episode number 21. If you missed that one, be sure to check it out on my live streaming on youtube.com/SpeedJaco303. And leave your links and comments down below. Tap on my channel, make any comments, and then make a donation to youtube.com/SpeedJaco303. And then also you can go check on live streaming on twitch.tv/SpeedJaco303 and follow my channel there. If you want to check my AI videos, you can go to my links at TikTok at SpeedJaco303, over on Instagram, and DeviantArt at SpeedJaco3. Well, this is the last and final race of the season. Hopefully we can get a photo shoot of the championship scene that we have at the end. But we've already won everything. We won the championship, the constructors, and the teams championship for the Gresini racing team. And this is also our last ride with the Gresini racing. And hopefully we can do very well here under cloudy conditions. And let's see if we can become our last qualifier. Some of these riders are going to have their last race with their team. And we don't know what the transfer is going to be for next season. In Season 2, when we move on to the Aprilia racing team, either we're going to have a teammate with Jorge Martin or somebody else, but we'll see. And we heard that Fabio Quartararo is going to be riding the Honda LCR for 2 years in next year's MotoGP season. If we do have a MotoGP 27 game, that remains to be on the question mark. But if Milestone restarts with their contract and everything, then they will have a MotoGP 27 game. Let's hope so. Let's hope they do. Because I know this is the last and final time we're running these bikes, and then we're going to have a whole new ball game with the brand new bikes coming into next year. Well, on the 27 game, actually. So we're here at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo. Can we try to win all 22 events in the MotoGP first season category? It has been a wonderful, unstoppable season with the Gresini racing team, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. There was triumphs and fallouts. The worst race of the season, I guess it was the Bruno circuit, but when we get back here with the Aprilia bike, I hope we can make it far more better. And we're here in the season finale race. The MotoGP season, first season, is about to come to a close at Circuit Ricardo Tormo for episode number 22. Get ready for bike racing, qualification. Well, Alex Marquez didn't make it, so he is P17. We hopefully get some Moto2 riders for next season. I think Emmanuel Gonzalez could be going to a MotoGP ride, but we'll see how it goes. And Martin Bissetti, but the two riders that made it into the second qualifying session, Giattino and Bender, made it in. So we have our top 12 riders. And our best for projection time could be about 1:31. Well, we're going to say farewell to this team. It has been a great ride with the Gresini Ducati and teaming up with Alex Marquez once again, like it was last year in the MotoGP 25 game. And we're very excited that the MotoGP 26 season in on the SpeedJaco 303 channel will be full time on the for next season. And then the same goes with the Formula One as well, because we're almost done with that season as well. All right, let's get ready.
The team has just finished preparing the bike, and the rider is ready to take to the track.
Season finale, we always wear our gold colors because we know we are the MotoGP champions. I may do an AI on the MotoGP, but you can check that on TikTok at SpeedJaco 303. lap here at the Ricardo Tormo. We've only had one fallout. That was on that final sector over there. But I'm very happy that I've finally completed the first season of the Moto GP 2016, and we have maybe 3 or 4 seasons to go. And turn 8 handling is a little bit better than it was last season. You have to hit the brakes a little bit more touchy and more thoroughly.
We return with the images from the pit lane where the rider is returning to his pit.
That was a great second lap there. You know, the first lap was a little bit slower, but we have our hot lap at Ricardo Tormo, and we've done it well. Minute 31.975. Minute 31.905. Raul Fernandez is second. Giattino third. Going to slow our time a little bit. And Pecco Bagnaia, oh, they got a little bit quicker. Pedro Acosta got a bit quicker, but the minute 32.262, we're still standing at the minute 31.905.
The second Moto GP qualifying session also ends here.
We are on the pole for the season
ranking
finale.
you see on the screen corresponds to rider starting position on the grid.
Ricardo Tormo in Spain. We are going to lead the field here, and we are the world champions. I think this is our, how many world championships we have? I think this is going to be our 10th world championship. But we already won our 10th world championship here in the Moto GP. Pedro Acosta came in second, and then Marc Marquez will lead the front row. Giattino, he's done a great job with the Honda LCR. That's where Fabio Quartararo will be at, after spending 7 seasons with the Yamaha team. And he'll be moving to the Honda LCR. I think possibly maybe teaming up with with a different rider. I don't think it will be Luca Marini. I think it will be somebody else. But we'll see how it goes. But until now, he is the rider for next season.
Good morning from Valencia. The usual warm-up session will begin in just a few minutes. The last chance for teams and riders to make some adjustments to their bike setups before the race. The sun is shining over the circuit, the asphalt is dry, and the riders can concentrate on finding their ideal setup.
And also, now that we're in the country of Spain, we have a big congratulations to the Spain World Cup soccer team for winning their second championship. And you know, in the next 4 years, they're going to be hosting their World Cup soccer here, right here in this country, in Spain. So it will be a great atmosphere when they come here in the next 4 years. Next year's women's World Cup soccer will be in Brazil. So that was an excellent qualifying on the pole position. That was I think our 15th pole of the season. I'm still very happy with that previous race in Portugal. It took me a long while to have a perfect race without a fallout there. There's going to be no hard tires available for this race because it's only soft and mediums.
The mechanics take the bike out of the pit and the rider is ready to get on the bike.
And the track temperature is absolutely incredible. We should be able to go with both softs throughout the circuit of Portamao. Until we start it all over again for next season. In episode number 23, we'll go to... when we start the season again, we have to do testing first. We have to do testing first at the Chang International Circuit in Thailand. Remember, there will no longer be the season over there for next year. I think it will be returning back to Qatar next season. Slow it down out of the throttle because I don't want to be facing that intentional contact that made a long lap penalty. So it's only a warm-up race and we're on the pole position, so I'm going to let them have their fun.
We're moving on to the pit entrance where the rider seems to have something to discuss with his engineer.
Well, that was a good piece of riding in the warm-up, but can we do that for the entire race at the Valencia Grand Prix? And if we lead this thing, this will be the first time ever in history in MotoGP gaming that I've won all 22 races. Because I have never done this before in my entire 5 years of MotoGP gaming. I cannot believe that I won all this many. This is just incredible.
The usual warm-up session also ends here. Alongside the images of this session's final ranking, we say goodbye and see you for the race. Don't miss it.
Well, Marquez looking good. Paco Bagnaia. Alex Marquez does a little bit more better in P6. Well, here we go. This is the season finale of the first season of the MotoGP 26 Palermo. We finally made it. Took us a couple of months. We had a little bit of a standout and drag out after what happened on YouTube when my original channel was gone, and then I had to use this channel now. But we're looking forward to the next season with the full season of it, and then starting out all over again. But we're getting our episodes and we're getting it good. But starting out fresh and everything. We could bring in some of our past episodes on the YouTube Shorts, so that way they can make it look decent once again. We're getting ready, and all the Spanish fans, now that they got their World Cup trophy for the second time, now they can celebrate watching MotoGP.
Good morning from Valencia. We're live from Spain, ready to bring you the Valencian Community Grand Prix. Just a few more moments and the images will take us to the starting straight for the MotoGP class race.
Well, the atmosphere is impressive, and this is one of the most unique, most prettiest, nicest circuits in our fourth and final Spanish Grand Prix. You know, they race in 4 Spanish Grand Prix. They race at Jerez, they race at Motorland Aragon, and then especially the Formula 1 track at the circuit, the Catalunya in Barcelona. And then right here at Circuit Ricardo Tormo. We'll see who will stay up on top. Will it still be an unbeaten season to win all 22 events in the MotoGP calendar, or will it be somebody else? Let's get ready to go. And then also the championship scene about the brand new MotoGP World Championship Trophy that was unveiled last year, which was won by Marc Marquez. And we already won 10 MotoGP World Championships. Let's bring it on.
We're moving to the live feed on the starting grid where everything is now ready for the start of the race. Despite it being a clear day, temperatures are not that high, and it seems that many riders have opted for a double soft tyre setup for extra grip.
I think we'll be okay with the soft tires because I know there's a lot of turns here, but the temperatures are cooler and it should be able to last throughout the whole 27 laps. There's Topak, the rookie. Let's hope he can have another season in MotoGP. We don't know where he's going to go to. Still want to keep that Turkish driver. There's ourselves. So we're going to go with both soft tires. Full of fuel here at the MotoGP Season 1 finale at Valencia. And we even turned our number gold. That's the first time we ever put our number gold like that because we're the MotoGP champions. This is pretty much like the Tour de France when you have the yellow jacket and then you have to put gold all over. And that's happened before in the past. And Marc Marquez is going to go with the next strategy, rolling with medium and softs. Temperature is okay. And we should be going all the way with soft tires. Same go with the Costa and everybody else. But let's make sure we don't wear them out during the end of this race. All right, we are set and ready to go. MotoGP action, Season 1 finale at Valencia on our last ride with the Gresini racing team. Can we go undefeated and have the perfect season in MotoGP history?
All the riders are on the grid, the green flag is waving at the back. Maximum concentration, only a few seconds to go before the start of the Valencia Grand Prix.
All right, the lights are out and you see season one finale is underway at Valencia. Oh, we got a gridlock of riders coming down the first corner. Oh, that much investigation. Somebody's going to get some penalties here. Oh man, and I went into the grass right there. I made contact with Mark Marquez. Oh no, and I made heavy contact with Brad Binder. Well, that is not my first fall out by myself, and why did Brad Binder make contact? Oh, Giacchino goes down. Man, we were going to have a perfect life but Binder ruined it. I don't think it was my fault. I think it was Binder that wasn't even looking. I think that was an aggressive contact with me and Brad Binder. Not what I wanted to have for a start like that. Started on the first corner, but then we got two starts going into the second corner. Contact there with Sabine out of there. We're going to lose it there, Alan. There, we move up into P4. Disappointed with anything, just as long as in the previous race I've done a great job at Portugal. It looks like Brad Binder got too aggressive against me. Brad Binder is closing in. Good start so far for the Red Bull KTM. On a high note. We don't know what the question is. Acosta can't wait to go to Ducati and realize next season. Remember, they're going to be running the new bikes next season on the new regulation. Well, I got the fastest time with a 32.477. Just trying to go easy with these three riders, because I know exactly what they're going to do. Make contact with me some more. Well, this is a fighting battle of who's going to be the last winner. Oh, I cut the corner a little bit too much. That was good. Soft tires, I don't like that. Bassman. There's a battle for P3. Moto GP race. He goes to the Conti next season. the fastest time with a minute 32.477. Left 8 at 27 miles. And to keep our unbeaten streak to have complete the first perfect season extravaganza for the Gresini racing team. Oh, I thought it was some trouble there. The bike wiggled a little bit. I thought it was going to be a fallout. Bikes are all running together. Great racing at Valencia. Oh, just a little bit too close. Oh, man. Squeeze the plate right into Ricardo Tormo for the lead. We got him. We're leading. We're now leading just the Valencia Grand Prix. the graphics are incredible here at Valencia. You can even see the seating is a little bit bigger too than the previous Moto GP game. Second, Marquez third, Binder fourth. We only had Giantino that is falling down, but everybody else so far has been doing well. The rest of all the 27 laps. The season finale at the Valencia Grand Prix in Spain. Got a little bit too hot there, coming out of turn 9. about 1.2 seconds ahead of Costa. We're already in the halfway point of this, halfway away from completing our perfect season. Thank the Gresini Racing so much for giving me a great opportunity again. But this time, this year, it has been undefeated and it's been so remarkable providing the Gresini Racing team. Oh, here we have our second rider down. Laps over remaining to complete our perfect season. We're 2.1 seconds ahead of Capitolo Costa. by about 3.5 seconds over Pedro Acosta. Marc Marquez still holds on to third. That was the fastest time. That was in 32.203. Having a great season finale race in our last ride with the Gresini Racing team. 7.5 laps away from completing the perfect season triumph, winning all 22 events in the Moto GP calendar. to go. 4 more laps to go, and we have completed the Odyssey of the Gresini Racing Team to have to win all 22 events. at the Valencia Grand Prix. We have one more lap to go at Valencia. And this lap, next to the last lap, is going to be the fastest one with a minute 31.618. There it is. This is the final lap. We're in the season finale of episode number 22 and our final lap ride for the Gresini Racing Team. by Marc Marquez. He should be able to lead this race under 7.5 seconds over Pedro Acosta. Yeah, what a difference a year makes. They're coming out into turn 8. Not having any more of that trouble ever again. Under one fallout, and the completion of the perfect season has been completed. We have won all 22 races with the Gresini Racing team, and for the first time in history in Moto GP gaming, we win all 22
In a few minutes, the
with
top 3 riders will arrive at the podium for their well-deserved podium ceremony. In the meantime, let's take a look at the Moto GP race final ranking.
Wow, what an unbeatable season it was for the Gresini Racing team, and we have won all 22 events in MotoGP history, winning all 22 races. That was fabulously incredible, and Pedro Acosta with a great ride to end his season, finishing in the high note in P2, and Marc Marquez finishes in P3, getting another podium. Brad Binder finishes in 4th, he had a great run. And then 5th was Fermín Aldeguer and Jorge Martin, and that's the team that we're going to be going to next season. Got a lot of Spaniard riders under there, but they're all happy that Spain won their 2nd World Cup. And Bagnaia finishes in 8th, moving up, and then Edi Bastianini, the Beast, finishes in 9th. Fabio Quartararo on this game will be running for the last time with Yamaha, but it may not be for sure. Let's see if he runs for the LCR in our sim racing game. But anything can happen into the 2nd season. Alaguer finishes 11th, and Giuseppe finishes in P12. Well, our teammate Alex Marquez, well, he didn't do very well. He dropped down into P19, and Jack Miller was the only rider that was out of the race. And Diego Moretta, we're going to take a look and see what goes on in the Rookie of the Year standings. See if Diego or Kovac Aguilar won the both Rookie of the Year. And what an awesome ride it was. We did it under one fallout. We didn't have any fallouts on our own. It was a perfect riding again with the Gresini Racing team for the last time. unstoppable season. Riding with the Gresini Racing for one season, but next season we are going to Aprilia Racing, and then we're making this a little bit more challenging, so that way we don't have to run all 22 for next season. We want to make this as competitive and compelling when we start the season again over at Shanghai International Circuit in the Thailand Grand Prix. Well, we're not going to take any photos of it because we're waiting until the home page photo of the Moto GP World Championship. Awesome riding and awesome, unbeatable season for Gresini Racing. So we had all the other riders that came along as a group here once we got pulled away. Good job from Marquez, good job, and Alvier playing like Bit of miss Fabio Quintana running the Yamaha. Who knows? Let's see what happens. So here is the final point standing. And we have, for all 22 races we have won over 550 points. And then to end the season on a very high note, winning all 22 races with 550 points, 345 ahead of Permina Racing. Mark Gresini finishes in third in the point standing. So he finishes on a high note. The same as Marc Marquez after making this last-minute run and getting into the top four, beating out Giacchino, who fell out of this Moto GP race in Valencia and dropped into the top five. Back number 6, Jorge Martin 7th. Fabio Quintana finishes in 8th, Pecco Bagnaia, and then Pedro Acosta rounds up the top 10. And in the final point standings in the team's championship, we finished the season with 642 points. Over Aprilia Racing, 351, Monster Energy, 317, Ducati Lenovo finishes in 306 points, and then 287 for Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. And then the Constructors Championship, perfect all season long for the first time. In the Constructors, we get all 550 points. Aprilia had 295, and Honda, first place with 270. We won all 22 bike races. Let's celebrate our win in Valencia before we
The best riders racing on the fastest circuits in the world. A championship which reaches the farthest corners of the planet and an unparalleled level of competition. Only one can be the best. Here is the Moto GP World Champion.
World Championship. Winning all 22 bike races. And this is a nice scene on that one. I might have to go to my twitch.tv to get a photo of that. So what a season it was, and beating out Marc Marquez. We didn't have to make the legendary stable yet, but we will. So the season has been concluded. We won all 22 races and all 22 podiums with 14 poles. And we finished in the top 10 in the championship, and we finished in first position. Well, we didn't make the Legends. Well, we thought we were going to go with the Aprilia Racing. But I really don't want to go with the Yamaha or the Honda LCR, because they run a lot more slower than the Gresini racing bike. So we don't want to go with Trackhouse because they're pretty much in the low system. Well, we were running for Aprilia Racing, but we didn't get the top ride yet. This will be our key teammate, Raul Fernandez, Franco Morbidelli, Fabio Quartararo, and well, we never ran a Yamaha before, but I think maybe we'll have a great opportunity if we run the Yamaha, but it's pretty much a low. But the Honda LCR, well, Hondas haven't been doing well all season, but I think this is the most compelling team right here. Is the well, Trackhouse has some ups and downs. Remember, they're a Aprilia bike. I know they're a Honda, but this one is this one, the Monster Energy, is pretty much of a low team, but we really don't want to ride with Honda LCR, because they're pretty much of a back marker for most of the season. The Yamaha finished in third in the point standings. Gresini won, Aprilia Racing was second, but I think Yamaha was in third place. Handling is not that perfect with the Yamaha. We need a lot of improvement. Yeah, I don't want to run Gresini Racing for next season, but the team that I never ran the Rossi team. I never ran the Rossi team. I think they are the ones at the highest stake. But maybe, well, they don't have a good engine development. The Honda has a greater engine development. Well, we're still picking out these two. It's like the Yamaha. They haven't done well all season. Honda's been making a comeback, and then so has Enduro Racing. Well, the Castro Honda has a higher engine base, but they don't have good handling. But we do good in testing. They may develop that car pretty well, and they were fourth in the point standings. We never ran a Yamaha yet. They're pretty much of a low pace, and Gresini is on the high pace. The Trackhouse Racing team has been surprising this season as well too. They run in Aprilia, so should we run for Trackhouse? Trackhouse has been doing very well. They've been doing quite well this season. And then our teammate will be Raul Fernandez. Yeah, because that's the Ducati, that's the Honda, that's the Yamaha, and that's the other Ducati. So I think we could run another season with the Ducati. So let's run for this team. I'm going to run for the Rossi Racing team. So that will be my second season. We thought we were going to run for Aprilia, but we're going to run for the Rossi Racing team. Because they are the second best on the high note, and let's see if we can get them a big surprise. It'll be an official calendar, no sprint race this season. So this is the team that we're going to be running. We're going to be running the Rossi Racing team. That will be for next season. So we're doing a little preseason preview. So the Rossi Racing team will be our new team for next season. And if we do very well, may not win on a bunch of races on it, but we may have some fallouts with this bike if it does well, because I think this was the second best that we can go for. But we never raced for the Rossi Racing team. But this will be for the first time ever that we race for the Rossi Racing bike team. Even though it's not compelling or anything else, but I think this is the best choice that we can go for. But we'd like to thank everyone so much for watching on the Speed J-Po 303 channel. But let's see how next season we'll react as we run for the Rossi Racing team. And we're going to be teaming up, I think, with Frank Morbidelli. So we'll check and see what the new riders are going to be for driver transfer for next season. We'll have the same schedule as it was last season for season 2, and no sprint. Probably do sprint maybe in the final season of the Moto GP. Thanks everyone so much for watching. What a great, perfect race it was, running for the Gresini Racing team. And in season 2, we're going to be running the Rossi Racing bike. I think this is a Ducati bike, and maybe this is absolutely the best choice we could go for, because they were a Class A team. That way we don't run a Class C team. So I think this is maybe the second best choice that we should go for. Thank you so much for watching on the Speed J-Po 303 channel. Hopefully we'll have the Madrid race later on. And it ought to be a very good race over there. Let's hope we can try to keep our win streak alive at 13 with Pepe Marti on board for episode number 16. All right, so long everyone. Have a good day. And we'll see you then into the next one.